America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran Firm, we win wrongful death cases.
And we welcome you back to 3C2A men's basketball coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It is the Compton Tartars 2017 Classic here from El Camino Compton College. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on our coverage today. It'll be Antelope Valley and Mount SAC in the opening game of the tournament. And Jeff, these are two teams that are still trying to find their footing, but impressive wins for both teams in the win column for the season.
Yeah, both teams coming in, starting to get it together. Both teams with 2-game win streaks, particularly Antelope Valley. 2 victories in a row by an average of over 27 points a game. So they've been blowing people away lately here. But they run into a Mountie team here that's starting to get it together as well, with a couple of tight wins in their last couple of outings.
Yeah, a couple of tight wins, and one of those wins, 54-52 over San Bernardino Valley, 12-1 coming into that game. So San Bernardino Valley, usually a powerhouse here in the South. That script has not changed this season, but Mount SAC with a win over them. Jeff, I know you got some starters for me.
Yeah, absolutely. For the Mounties, it'll be Evan Council and Corey Grant in the backcourt with Mark Howard Jr. up front, Minfeki Sonoe and Nicholas Williams. They go with the 3-guard offense, as so many do here in the 3C2A. Meanwhile, for Antelope Valley, Julian Payton and Demorie Jones in the backcourt with Miles Wise. Up front, Greg Floyd Jr. and Osi and Nwachukwu.
Yeah, Nwachukwu. Big-time energy on the floor. And look for him to get things going, Mount SAC, and to try and grind you out. It'll be a war of attrition for them. Floyd loses the tap to Sano. And the Mounties will have it working right to left in the white.
And this is Corey Grant, who missed the first part of the season, 5 of the first 6 games. He's come back to start the last 8, and he'll be at the controls for the Mounties.
Trying to enter in at the high post to Sano. And Feke Sano. Big prospect from Pennsylvania. East Coast body. Drive to the hoop by Grant. That's good. That's an opening layup for Corey Grant.
Yeah, Grant challenging the trees on the inside and gets it to go with the left-handed scoop.
Floyd saw him in the Ventura tournament for Antelope Valley. He's 6'9", 6'10", very athletic. He's got a lot of game out front. Payton with it. Off to Floyd. Floyd's going to fire from deep. That one off the front iron, rebounded by Sano.
Yeah, Mike Floyd just didn't quite have his feet underneath him there, a little bit flat from long range.
Yeah, a little bit out of rhythm there, and obviously early on here, so both teams trying to establish it early, but Mount SAC, the scouting report on them, they are going to play defense. They're going to make you make contested shots. They're not going to block a ton of shots, but they're going to be tough to score on. Sano reverses the ball. This is Council on the baseline. Layup hits the bottom of the rim. He gets poked in the eye. No foul called. Nuachukwu comes away with it, and here we go for Antelope Valley. Nuachukwu off to Floyd in transition. Looked like he traveled, and he did.
Yeah, Floyd trying to fill the lane there, but the spacing a little bit of an issue, and Floyd not a lot of room, ends up shuffling the feet as he starts to make a move.
Yeah, it looked like he went to the triple axel there.
Well, Tanya's coming out in theaters now. Tanya Harding's back in the news. I guess we're talking figure skating.
That's a fact. Let's keep everybody's knees intact here, though. 2-0 early. Mount SAC, Antelope Valley here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Day 1 of 3 here at the Tartar Classic here at El Camino Compton Center. Steal from Nuachukwu.
Interesting that Nuachukwu picks up Howard, the leading scorer for Mount SAC.
Can't lose Peyton in the corner from 3, and that's good. And one thing I talked about with Coach Keith Holloman earlier in the week, he's an assistant coach for Pasadena, and they have a win over Mount SAC earlier in the season. They are susceptible on the weak side, and on the baseline, we see a baseline 3 from Peyton on that possession.
Yeah.
ABC now with a 3-2 lead.
The rotation not getting there in time for Peyton, who's now hit 4 straight from long range.
It's a team that's built defensively for the dribble drive. Nuachukwu another steal, his 3rd already. Floyd out in transition. Grant in coverage. It's tapped out of bounds by Grant. It will stay with Antelope Valley.
I started to make the point before that Nuachukwu, probably the defensive stopper on this team, also among the leaders in rebounds and assists. He's got a little Draymond Green, I think, to him.
A little bit. Yeah. Like
in terms especially of what he does for this team, and it's he who starts out on the leading scorer for Mount San Antonio College in Howard, Mark Howard Jr.
Peyton with it out front, gives off. This is Demaria Jones. Jones to the rack, no good. Off the mark, rebounded by Nicholas Williams.
Howard comes in on fire of late, got the scoring average up over 20 a game.
Peyton with a steal, not a shocker there. That's in the bloodline. Gives up to Demaria Jones. Inside, wide open layup, and that's, well, it looked like it was Miles Wise. So Wise with a layup, 5-2 ABC early.
Sweet touch pass from Demaria Jones. We talked about the scoring average, but Thayer gives it up and finds Wise for the easy layup.
Grant with it out front. Looks like a set play here, trying to set up Yarday, newly checked into the ball game for the Mounties. Weak side, Darrell Williams from 3, hits nothing. Peyton with a rebound, comes away with it. Now transition numbers. Floyd, scoop pass. Inside, no good. Tapped up, not in by Nuachukwu. Rebounded by Williams again, his 2nd of the first half.
Well, the Marauders had numbers there, but couldn't get a good shot up in transition.
Well, the best offense, from what I'm told, for Antelope Valley is a missed shot on the other end. Sano to the rack, left-handed layup, no good. He had a lot of space there. Did a pretty good job giving his hips past Floyd. Demaria Jones on the other side, that's good.
Well, that is just sweet from Demaria Jones. Gets past Sano. He's got a tough angle, but he still goes glass and gets the finish.
Yeah, Antelope Valley, a team that can put up points in bunches. They had 140-plus in a win over El Camino early in the year. So obviously a team that's very talented offensively, especially when they can get going. And if you keep on turning the ball over, you're not going to do yourself any favors. Yarday from way downtown, rebounded by Sano. It'll stay here. Offensive rebound and a putback from Menfiki Sano.
Well, Sano there able to get on the offensive glass and get himself a chance.
Wise up on the glass. He gets his own rebound. He's fouled by Sano, and obviously that was a focal point early. They want to go at Sano, get him into foul trouble, see if they can get him out of there. Obviously a big difference maker for what Mount SAC wants to do.
Yeah, Snow comes in averaging 8.5 points per game, but the real key number is 60% from the field, so he's very efficient.
Timeout on the floor. We will do the same. 15:39 to go here in the first half. 7-4, ABC with an early lead on top of Mount SAC. You are watching 3C2A men's basketball here on SoCal College Sports. Wise at the free throw line. He'll have a couple coming his way. He hits on the first.
First free throws for either team.
Well, I think Mount SAC really hasn't done themselves any favors early on. Offensive rebound opportunity, tapped away by Yarday. Mount SAC with it off the missed free throw from Wise. 8-4, Antelope Valley with a 4-point lead. A lot of turnovers early on for the Mounties. That's going to fuel transition offense for Antelope Valley.
Yeah, the Mounties really need to win the battle in terms of getting to the line. Antelope Valley relies a little more on long-range shooting.
Jamar Kemp into the ball game now for Mount SAC. Sano nearly 3 seconds in the key. Another near steal there. Peyton all over that. That one barely hits the rim. Sano has it blocked by Kemp. Out of bounds. It'll stay here with White.
That's a good rotation from Kemp. Coming over to give Nuachukwu a little help.
Looks like Peyton got hit below the belt. He's okay though. He'll stay on the floor. A couple of substitutions for Mount SAC. Council back into the ballgame. Kemp not starting today, but he'll play a key cog in what AVC wants to do in attacking the defensive set for Mount SAC. Very adept passing the basketball. Very good vision for a big. Reversing at the high post can be paramount to the success offensively when he's in the ballgame. That's a pretty good touch from Council.
Yeah, Kemp with the challenge, but Council with the soft touch.
Little full court, nice bounce pass in transition three, Demarie Jones. Yes, sir.
We had talked about from the corner and not getting back, and Jones with a good look, and you can't give him that kind of time.
No.
Demarie Jones on the season, 35% from long range with a scoring average just under 24.
11-6, 5-point lead for the Marauders. Yarday picks up his dribble at the high post, gives it off. This is Howard Jr. You said coming in red hot as of late. Off the mark there. Peyton back the other way. In transition, he'll slow it up.
You know, right now, Mike, the Mounties taking a lot of shots from long range, and you have the feeling that the Marauders are perfectly happy with that. They'll take their chances.
Kemp hands off to Wise. Wise looking for a screen. Nothing there. Pretty good packed-in defense from Mount SAC. And it's a steal. No, Kemp keeps it. Well, I thought the shot clock had reset there. It was winding down. I don't know if that was a change of possession. I don't think it was supposed to. But we're going to have a foul here, and Kemp's going to go to the line.
It was nearly transition, but it was good hands by Nuachukwu again, actually tipping that ball free to Kemp. And then Kemp alertly picking up the shot clock. That's a very savvy play from Jamar Kemp.
Yeah.
Manages to get himself to the line and had a little old school Charles Barkley there. Got himself going to the rim, and frankly, who wants to step in front of that?
No.
So he picks up the blocking call.
First free throw up and good from Jamar.
Kemp on the season, a 94% foul shooter.
He's got a very good touch for a big. Second free throw also good. No Stoy jinx in effect. 13-6.
You reversed the Stoy jinx by also saying that he had soft touch. So
that's fair.
Yeah, it's when both of us say it, you counteract.
Yarday up top. The three is good. That's Bryce Knox.
Well, I talked about Mount SAC taking their chances shooting from long range, but Knox is the one guy you have to be aware of shooting from long range. He's at 40% on the season.
Kemp on the replay here. He just needs to close out a little harder there and force him off of the three. Nuachukwu looked like he stepped on the sideline. It'll be a turnover the other way.
Well, this is a little bit of what you see from Antelope Valley that we've seen so far this season. They've got the kind of talent. They've got the tools. They've got the talent to really put it together, but there will be stretches sometimes where they can let teams back into games.
Yeah, we saw that in the opening game versus Pasadena. As Knox gets by his man, this is going to go out of bounds off of Kemp, so we'll stay here. 16 on the shot clock for the Mounties.
Well, this is a tough matchup for Kemp defensively on the floor with this lineup for Mount San Antonio College. A little bit smaller, quicker lineup.
Near 5-second call. They're going to have to bring it in. Council just gets it in before the 5-second mark. That was a near travel there. Passed out. This is Knox again. No good this time. Kemp with a rebound. Up ahead to Nuachukwu. Nuachukwu in transition. Crossover dribble. Gives it back and throws it away.
We got caught in between Jones and Follings with the pass, and nobody home. Knox going to try again from long range off the back iron. Jones snaps down the board. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Off to Payton. Payton lays off the glass. No good. The follow is in, but they're going to wave off the shot. A foul called. This will work against Mount San Antonio College. Jones doesn't get the putback. Foul on Bryce Knox. Andre Bellinger, the referee, making the call.
Both teams with 2-game win streaks, particularly Antelope Valley. 2 victories in a row by an average of over 27 points a game, so they've been blowing people away.
Payton off the front iron with the first free throw.
3-on-2 if they hurry. Off to Payton. Payton lays off the glass. No good. The follow is in, but they're going to wave off the shot.
So one more coming for Payton. 12:32 to go here in the first half. Antelope Valley with the 13-9 lead. Payton, 1 out of 2. Back to a 5-point lead. Grant will walk it into the front court.
And Mount SAC wants to be a little bit more methodical. I think early on they got into a little bit of a track meet. Something you don't want to do versus AVC. They can hurt you in a big way, but it's a pretty good move there from Council.
Yeah, what a job on the leaner.
Was that a Euro step into a leaner for the bucket? Kemp's going to bring this up. There's going to be a foul, some contact coming from the backside. It's Mark Howard Jr. made contact with Sirocco Follings Jr.
Mike, I got to tell you, Jamar Kemp is one heck of a passer.
Yeah.
You can really see the floor vision, the way that he's able to not simply find open players, but really lead them to open parts of the court.
Yeah.
It's really a special ability. You'd really love to see him work on some low post moves and pass out of the post. Could be very effective. You have the feeling.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to establish Floyd down low. I understand what they're doing. That's a great pass inside, even better block by Howard. Back the other way we go, Mount SAC. Knox out to Howard Jr. Howard Jr. drives the lane and one. He's fouled by Kemp.
Well, this is great second effort from Howard. Gets this one partially blocked, but able to force it up on the rim.
Yeah.
Shows the strength.
Kemp moving back. It looks like he got him on the arm going up, and an opportunity here for the Mounties early on to tie this one up.
Well, they were down by as much as 7.
And the N1 opportunity is converted. Kemp quickly inbounds to Payton. Payton, good transition defense from the Mounties. Payton gets a screen, pulls up from 3. Off the mark. It's one and done. Darrell Williams now back the other way for the Mounties, looking to take their first lead, and they will.
That is
on a layup from Corey Grant.
That is great transition basketball. Terrific find and finish. The Mounties have their first lead.
16-14 timeout, Antelope Valley. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
The Mounties with their first lead today at 16-14. Antelope Valley looks to secure another lead. They led by as many as 7. Floyd back into the ballgame. He'll fire from 3. That's off the back iron, rebounded by Grant. Grant back the other way quickly. He'll have to reset the offense, come back in. He'll drive the lane. He's fouled by Floyd. 2 shots coming, he'll get continuation.
This is great recognition by Corey Grant. He's got Floyd out there about 25, 30 feet out, and Floyd's got good length, but he doesn't have the feet to stay with Corey Grant, and Grant recognizes that, makes a hard drive, and gets the foul call.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that he doesn't have the feet, but, I mean, obviously you want to get under a man that's bigger than you and get past him.
Yeah.
I don't think Floyd did himself any favors by over-committing there defensively. You have a lot of length. Give yourself some room and use that length to close out if he pulls up for a shot.
Yeah, no, I'm not don't want to imply here that he doesn't have good feet, just saying at 6'10", it's going to be hard to have the feet of a guy at 5'10".
No, I hear you. I hear you. Well, I saw where you were going with it.
You know, Mike, this is early in the game. Obviously, we're in the first half. But this is a situation where DeMaurier Jones needs to take a shot here. This is a long run from Mount San Antonio College, and Jones needs to get the ball in his hands, but more importantly, needs to finish a play. Break this run and get the Marauders going back in the right direction.
Well, they're not attacking the weak side, and they were very successful early on. They've gone away from that. They're attacking the strong side, and the strong side defense very good here from Mount SAC. There was literally no movement on the weak side, and obviously we got to enter in at the high post if you're Antelope Valley and see if you can get something going. Make the defense work because you're playing into their hands as we speak. 17-14, Antelope Valley trailing by 3 now, 10:25 to go in the first half.
Yeah, it's an 11-1 run for the Mounties.
Fallings, Jr. with it out front, looking for a pick, gives off to Peyton in the short corner. Inside Jamar Kemp, kicks back out to Peyton. Peyton thought about it, back to Kemp in the corner. 5 on the shot clock. Great reversal in the corner. This is Fallings.
What a feed from Kemp.
Long 2. That's a great pass down low from Kemp, falling away from the bucket. One-handed pass. I mean, that is LeBron-esque right there on the money in the shooter's pocket. And Fallings Jr. does the rest. Cuts the deficit to 1 for the Marauders.
That's a big hoop. Try to break the run.
See if the Marauders can go on a run of their own. Council with it out front. Shot fake, goes past Floyd. Rebounds his miss. Council inside, has that pass stolen. Fallings Jr. in transition now, has DeMaurier Jones. Fallings Jr. will take it himself, bank it in, no. Peyton with the offensive rebound, he's fouled.
Nice job by Peyton crashing the offensive glass. Earns the Marauders another chance here on this possession.
Really like the activity here from Peyton early on. He's got a couple steals. See that offensive rebound right there. Does have a weak side 3. Needs to be a little bit more decisive offensively. Good screen from Peyton right there to set up Floyd on the inbounds play. Kemp with it at the high post. We're going to have an offensive foul. This is going to go against.
Is it Floyd?
No, it's going to go against Kemp. Matt, can we see that on the bottom camera here? I'd like to see what kind of action drew the foul. I mean, that's maybe he's holding a player on a forearm. That looked pretty weak. Back to live action here.
Just the 3rd team foul on Antelope Valley here in the first half.
So Mount SAC will retain their 1-point lead, looking to stretch it right here. Grant feeds Yarday from 17 feet, no good. Rebound fought for and won by Jamar Kemp. Kemp has to save it from going out of bounds right to a Mount SAC player. Yarday with it, guarded by 3 players, kicks it back out. This is Darrell Williams. Williams will reset the offense. This is Corey Grant. Good decision there from Williams to reset.
Well, we talked about pace of play here, and the Mounties going to be quite comfortable resetting, taking some time off the clock.
Yarday looking for a screen. He gets one from Sano. Yarday nearly lost it. He'll pull up from 15 feet, in and out, right before the shot clock goes off. Sano battling with Kemp, has it tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay here. It will, off of Floyd. Good battle down low between Sano and Kemp.
And a good alert play by Floyd sliding over after Kemp lost his balance and was out of position. Rather than give Sano the wide open look from point blank, Floyd moves over.
Maybe you got to do a better job of keeping the Mounties off of the offensive glass. We see a 3 right there from Mark Howard Jr. Quickly back the other way. Here's Kemp up top. Or check that, Floyd. Floyd with a pass from DeMaurier Jones, tries to go up for his own miss. We're back the other way for the Mounties. Losing that one, Darrell Williams. transition the other way. Payton fouled. No, a lot of contact. They're going to call it. 2 shots coming to Julian Payton.
Yeah, it took a second for the call, but Howard getting in with the body.
And for Julian, you have to finish at the rack there. We'll see that one more time on the replay here.
Well, I think he's anticipating the contact. Just doesn't get the roll.
Payton on the first free throw, no good.
He's now 1 of 3 here in this first half. Is Julian Payton, an 84% foul shooter. And you have the feeling, still a long way to go, but this one's going to be tight down the stretch. You could see free throws making a difference here.
Yeah, needs to do a better job of breathing at the free throw line. Second one rattles home. Payton will come off, and here comes Miles Wise. (20-17), Mount SAC with a 3-point lead. Back and forth we go here in the first half. 7:48 to go. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage. The Compton Tartar Classic. Howard Jr. inside and not looking for Nicholas Williams. That would have been a wide open layup. We'll go back to Antelope Valley, and it looks like Mount SAC will employ full court press.
Well, Williams, one of those role players in this starting lineup, averages just over 1 shot per game and needs to be ready in a situation like that. But obviously not someone who takes a lot of shots.
Marie Jones. Can't really give him a lot of room. He thought about it from 3, gets a screen from Kemp. See if they try to offload some of the pressure of the weak side. Marie Jones did not handle that cleanly. It's going to go out of bounds.
This
should
stay
stay here.
Valley. Nice hustle from Wise.
Wise wins that possession back for the Marauders.
Mike, do you see something that they're doing in terms of the way that they're defending DeMaurier Jones, who I think has only taken about 1 or 2 shots so far here in about 13 minutes?
Well, they're doing a great job of bringing help over. This is a set play out of bounds. DeMaurier Jones tries to flush it home. It's not there. The pass a little bit off of the mark from Wise out of bounds. Looking for a highlight play right there. We have a foul in the backcourt. This is going to go against DeMaurier. Can we see the replay on the attempt? That was fairly spectacular.
Just caught a little of the front of the rim.
All the way back. We'll see the attempt right here. DeMaurier Jones will sky high. The pass just off the mark.
Council returns.
Hey, we're always looking to add to our highlight reel, too.
Clark Maloney goes a little bit smaller with the lineup, with Council along with Knox and Howard Jr. in the lineup.
We have Kemp and Floyd on the bench right now as Council will pull up from 3. That's no good off the front iron, rebounded by Miles Wise. I think if you're Mount SAC, give your big man a little bit of a rest here. Bring him back fresh when you have a big on the floor. Fallings Jr. enters into the high post. Nwachukwu pivots to his right. Follow-away jumper from 14 is good.
That's a terrific move from Nwachukwu. Looks for the backdoor cut.
2019.
Throws a little fake, and that gives him a little bit of space to hit the turnaround.
Howard Jr. turning in the corner, gives off Darrell Williams. Williams quickly closed out on by Fallings Jr. 15 on the shot clock. Near steal, Fallings Jr. has it.
Give it up.
3-on-1, Fallings Jr. all the way to the rack. No good. Rebound, fought for, tapped out of bounds by DeMaurier Jones. It's going to go back the other way with Mount SAC, and you would have liked to have seen Fallings give that one off. He had 2 men right behind him.
Well, it's a great job by Mark Howard after giving up the basketball, staying alert defensively. He's right on top of Fallings and really takes away that passing lane, especially in terms of the vision. I don't think Fallings could really pick up where the other players were.
Agreed. Council guarded by Nwachukwu. That's great feet from Nwachukwu. Forces up a tough shot. It's an errant shot. It'll go out of bounds. It'll go off of Nwachukwu, I believe. OC the last to touch it. They'll stay with Mount SAC. 12 on the shot clock. Remember, everybody, you can go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. You can catch all of our action, all of our coverage of all the sports that we do. Our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Good feed. Payton, he had some space early on. Pretty good close out there from Michael Ridley. Payton going to reset here. Working to his left. Wise in the corner, looking for a backdoor cut. He has Fallings near side. 7 on the shot clock. Fallings Jr. going to have to make something happen. Short corner jumper from Nwachukwu, and one, no, but he's fouled.
That's great movement off the ball by Nwachukwu.
We talked about it early on. That short corner is going to be there. That's a great job of recognition by Osi. Find that short corner space and get off a clean shot. Defense like to react, and we have a foul.
If you watch that recent set, Nwachukwu never stopped moving off the ball, backdoor cut, then works around on a curl, and eventually finds his way to the open floor.
5:17 remaining here in the first half. First free throw, no good from Osi.
Well, the free throw struggles continue.
Fallings will come out. Jamar Kemp back into the ball game for the Marauders. Along with Tinnin, Miles Wise, Nwachukwu, and Payton.
Much bigger lineup on the floor.
And on the other side of it, Sano back into the ball game for the Mounties. Second free throw, no good, so the lead remains 1 for the Mounties, 20-19. Howard Jr. with it out front, guarded closely by Wise. Good hands there from Miles. Another near steal. Howard Jr. pulls up from 17 feet. That's good. That's just a tough shot. It's good individual effort there and a play made by the most recent playmaker established for the Mounties and Mark Howard Jr. Julian Payton rather, into the front court. Kemp now with it in the short corner. He's guarded by Yardace. And he tries to loop around a pass intended for Tinnin. It's tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here. Ridley, the last to touch it from out SAC.
Yeah, good job by Ridley. Getting in that passing lane, nearly had the steal.
Well, Kemp has gone to that wraparound pass a couple of times. Maybe one too many there. Nwachukwu gets it at the high post, gets a nice screen from Kemp. Doesn't work off of it. Off to Tinnin, back to Nwachukwu.
Yeah, Mike, you wouldn't be surprised in the huddle from Mount San Antonio College if they didn't say when Jamar Kemp gets the ball.
With the jumper from 17 as the shot clock winds down. Nothing but net.
Don't lose your man.
See the replay here.
But Kemp that time able to do it himself.
Yeah. Good job with the touch from the big man. Howard Jr. from 3. That's no good. Tapped around. One by Nwachukwu. Off to the races. Here we go. Here are the Marauders. Nwachukwu up ahead. Wise, not a clean pass. Sano trying to save it from going out of bounds. Nwachukwu up and under. Layup is good. And the Marauders back with a lead at 23-22. And we'll have a timeout called by Antelope Valley. They might try to set up a full court press here. 3:52 to go. And Jeffrey, good back and forth battle early on. Game 1 of the Tartar Classic here from El Camino Compton Center.
Yeah, two teams with a lot in common.
Yeah.
I think, and not surprising that we're seeing a tight battle early on.
Yeah, well, Antelope Valley came in highly touted, one of the top seeds in the preseason rankings. Comes in 6-5 on the year. Still looking to find an identity and some continuity. We talked about both teams coming in with two-game win streaks.
Yeah, I think Antelope Valley also, like we've seen in a lot of our coverage, challenging themselves early this season. It's been a pretty tough schedule. They played some of the other top teams in their first 11 games, and I think that's with an eye toward being ready later in the season and obviously eyeing postseason play. And we've seen that a number of times. There's always a couple of teams that come in where the seeding doesn't tell the story. The record doesn't tell the story, but it's a team that's peaking at the right time. And you get the feeling that's where Coach Taylor wants to be with this team. Yeah. He'll trade a few losses if in March this team is peaking at the right time.
Absolutely. Well, SAC with possession. We're going to have an offensive foul. This is going to go against Bryce Knox. Knox with a moving pick. And they're calling that early. We saw an earlier foul called on Julian Payton. Trying to set up in the half court.
Here comes DeMaurier Jones.
Jones back into the ball game. He'll replace Miles Wise, and Wise very good minutes there, particularly on the defensive end. Entering the Kemp. Here's Payton with it, guarded by Yarday. Payton to Nwachukwu. Gets a screen from Tinnin. Step back 3. Nwachukwu. OC.
The closeout comes from Grant, but it's a little too late. Nuachukwu stepping up here in the latter stages of this first half to give the Marauders the 4-point lead.
Grant kicks back. Knox from 3. What an answer.
Well, that's the pick and spot up, but you can't lose Knox on that play.
Yeah. I'll say that's his second 3 of the half. So the lead back to 1 for Antelope Valley. After it gotten to 4, Nuachukwu with a hot hand, step back jumper, no good. Sano looked like he tapped it off of his player that was out of bounds. Knox and Sano battling for the rebound. The correct call. So ABC will get a new possession. Ball entered into Demarie Jones. He'll drive the lane, hold it up, and this is going to be a blocking foul. Demarie Jones using that athleticism, create some space above the rim.
That's what's so tough about defending Demarie Jones. Gets the drive, but hangs in the air, able to get that extra split second, draws the foul, gets himself to the line.
Well, you know, not trying to make the comparison to Michael Jordan, but obviously the ability for him to hang in the air.
I don't know. Was he good at that?
I think he might have been. But that was really something that was kind of pioneered by him, using the athletic ability and the skill level above the basket, the ability to hang in the air. Kobe's so good at it. And
with
the good scores, the ability to do that.
With respect to the great Dr. J. I'm sure we could go back even further.
Not the shooter that Jordan was.
No.
Demarie Jones, tough defense. Able to save it. Nuachukwu, no, it's tapped around. There's a scrum for it. Payton comes out of the scrum. Payton back the other way. He'll lay it up. Scoop shot up, and it's good. Offensive foul?
Yeah, it looks like they called the charge.
They're trying to tease me with it.
Grant.
I thought that was a pretty good job by Payton getting off to the side there.
Yeah, really
catching
getting around
the shoulder.
Great body control.
Yeah.
And not a lot of contact.
I don't know if the referee was deciding on whether he was going to call a block or a charge. Goes against the Marauders. Still a 3-point lead for ABC. 2:11 to go in the first half. Grant drives the lane. Has that one. I thought that was maybe blocked a little bit by Payton. It's off the mark. Kemp up the court looking for Nuachukwu. It's stolen by Yarde.
Yeah, Kemp just a little bit late with that pass, allows Yarde to get back.
Need a little bit more air under it. I think the pass more so just not executed. He had the right idea, though. A shade late. Grant into the bucket. He's fouled by Kemp. That's his second. Or is that his third?
We don't have the luxury of the fouls on the board.
I want to say this is going to be 3 on Kemp.
You know, Mike, that dribble penetration starts from well over 20 feet out, but still Grant is able to get to the line. The challenge coming a little bit late, and that's where you get the foul call.
Yeah. So Kemp will come off, and 1:41 to go. Could be just 2. See if we can get a foul count for
We
you.
will have stats at the half.
We will.
Jesse Burns, meanwhile, checking in. First time for Antelope Valley.
Grant missed on the first free throw. He'll miss on the second. Rebounded by Angelo Solis. Solis, Nuachukwu, Burns, Demarie Jones, and Fallings Jr. behind the back dribble. Steps up from 16 feet, and Fallings Jr. with another bucket here in the first half.
Nice handles from Fallings Jr., the step back.
Gets a defense to commit. Plays a little yo-yo with it, puts it up, puts it in. 30-25, an impressive first half for Fallings Jr. He creates a steal opportunity. Nuachukwu, did he kick it? No, it was kicked by Grant.
You know, Mike, I think the really tricky thing for Antelope Valley this season is there's an awful lot of talent. And the good news, I think, for the Marauders is the play has been very unselfish, almost too unselfish at points where guys, I think, are stepping back and not wanting to really do too much or trying to do too much. But that's the real challenge for this team. If they can find a way to gel with the kind of talent they have, you can see why they were ranked so high, so highly preseason.
Yeah. Demarie Jones, Floyd. You need the catalyst, though. Demarie Jones in the lane. Floater is good again from Demarie Jones.
Yeah, just look at this first half, for example. We saw Nuachukwu step up and hit a couple of shots. Fallings just able to do a dribble drive, step back shot, knock it down. Now you see Jones. It comes at you from all angles.
Yeah, pick your poison. Good job down low by Burns guarding Sano, negating his effect to some degree. Sano got to be careful not to pick up a 3-second call. Council will fire from 18 feet. That's no good. Rebound, foul 4. There's going to be a foul on the floor. I think this is going to go against Burns. Indeed it will. 1-and-1 opportunity here for Sano at the line.
Push off from Burns, battling for the rebound.
I think it was a hold.
Hold, push, you know.
Same difference.
Battling for the rebound, I guess, one way or another.
First free throw up and good. Yes, Sano. Pretty silky from the line. I like it. What's he shoot?
55%. The team is shooting just under 61% from the line, are the Mounties.
Well, the stats hold true. Second free throw off the mark. Lead cut to 6.
Should be no shot clock here for the Marauders. And a nice response after the run by Mount San Antonio College by Antelope Valley to get the lead back here heading toward the locker room.
Iwachukwu with it out front. He's guarded by Sano. I'd go 1-4 ISO, get him off. Now they switch on to him with a guard. Gotta be able to recognize better in the half court. And last shot, not going to get off in time. Off the front iron, doesn't matter. 6-point lead as we go into the half, 32-26. ABC on top of Mount SAC. You are watching 3C2A men's basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran firm, we win wrongful death cases.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as the wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
And remember, everybody, if you have friends or family that couldn't make it to today's events, be sure to let them know that they can watch all of our broadcasts, including this one, on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com or our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. And be sure to tweet at us at SoCal College SPO, that's S-P-O. Let us know how we're doing, or you just want to give a shout out to your favorite player or team. Be sure to do so, and we will be sure to put that on the air for you. Back in a moment, everybody.
Underway in the second half. AVC in the road maroon jerseys working it from right to left. Nuwachukwu starts a drive, gets it back to Peyton. Peyton dancing on the dribble, fans it outside. Kick back out to Jones. Jones, contact, shot up, it's good, and a foul. DeMaurier Jones, highlight reel stuff. Splits the double team and gets the shot up, and we will take a look at it one more time, battling the shot clock as well. And there's the athleticism of Jones, draws the contact, gets a shot up, and it goes. The lead now 8. This is the largest for the Marauders on the day. Jones completes the three-point play, 35-26. Antelope Valley pushes the lead out to 9. Mounties need an answer. Council tries to lob it down low, looking for Williams. The ball saved out front to Sano. Peyton able to poke that one free, and Sano just has to reach out and hold Peyton. And it was a little awkward as Peyton down on the floor, but he was held by his left arm. And it was a fairly violent hold as Sano, not a dirty play, but knows that Peyton has a breakaway there, and he's just trying to pick up the foul and stop Peyton from getting the breakaway, just reaches out and holds, but it goes on for a couple of seconds before the whistle comes in, and Peyton's up and appears to be okay.
That's got to be an intentional foul.
Was holding the left shoulder area, so he'll head to the line for a couple of free throws, and indeed, Michael, this will be 2 shots in the ball. And the first free throw is good for Peyton, who was 2 out of 4 from the line in the first half. So the lead now 10, 36-26. Peyton's second free throw rims out. And now the Marauders will have the ball. Nuwachukwu will bring it in. It's Peyton and Jones, along with Floyd, Nuwachukwu, and Miles Wise. So they go with the same starting lineup, do the Marauders, to start the second half. Peyton fans it outside. Wise thought about a 3. Now he'll fire. That's good. Miles Wise drains the triple. It's a quick 7-0 run to start the second half, and Antelope Valley has a 13-point lead. Yarday holding against Nuwachukwu. Around a screen and a foul called. Wise coming out to challenge, and he picks up the foul. That's the first in the second half for Antelope Valley. Nicholas Williams will bring it in on the far side. Grant, along with Council, Williams, Yarday, and Sano. So Coach Maloney elects to shake things up a little bit in the second half. Council able to drive and score, 39-28. Peyton, facing pressure from Yarday, has to give it up to Wise. Wise over the timeline. Wise working on Council, finds Peyton. Peyton checked by Yarday. Peyton drops a pass for Nuwachukwu. Nuwachukwu through a double team. The floater won't go. Rebound, fought for, controlled by Sano. DeMaurier Jones had it for a moment but couldn't get a shot up. Meanwhile, in transition, another steal from Nuwachukwu. He's got to have at least 4 or 5 steals in the game. Floyd for 3, around and out. Peyton had the rebound momentarily, and he's fouled.
And for Sano, that's a couple of early fouls here in the first or in the second half. And I wonder what his foul count is. Try and get you some live stats here for you shortly.
Yeah, I was trying to bring those up here, but darn it if the second half didn't start. 39-28. Antelope Valley with the 11-point lead and the ball. They'll bring it in baseline right. Looking for Jones on the back door instead. They'll swing it outside and reset. Jones starts a drive on Knox, kicks it out to Wise, fakes the 3, back to Jones in the lane. A whistle and the turnover.
Got 3 in the key?
Yeah, 3-second violation against Antelope Valley. 17:48 to go in the game, 39-28. Grant at the controls. Leans over the dribble. Council lost his footing but managed to get a pass off to Knox, who hits the shot from 12 feet. Nice job by Council. Staying with it long enough to find Knox. Knox with 8 in the game. Pressure produces another turnover. Williams on the drive, foul called. This will be on the shot. It should send Williams to the line. I believe it's Peyton who picked up the foul, and it is.
I heard a second whistle. Are they going to call a technical foul here? No. I think they were just trying to get everything under control.
Timeout on the floor. See if this is a 30 or a full. No signal yet.
Everybody's up. I haven't seen them sit down, so I think we're going to keep it here.
17-16 to go. Antelope Valley with the 7-point lead. And we will have Marauder basketball for you all tournament long.
I believe so. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And they are going to call a full timeout now. They have changed it. So we will take a timeout ourselves back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran firm, we win wrongful death cases.
I've stopped.
Williams will head to the line. Moments ago, it was a 13-point lead, but now it's the Mounties who've managed to put together a little run. 6 in a row with Williams heading to the line for a couple of free throws to get themselves back into the game. It's been a game of runs. The Marauders opened up a lead early before the Mounties battled back to take a brief lead. And then AVC came back to take a lead into the locker room, and then they extended it to start the second half. Williams, meanwhile, comes up empty from the free throw line, and it remains a 7-point game. Jones in the corner, checked by Council as he brings it back out, tries to skip it across. Yarday nearly had the steal. .11 on the shot clock as AVC will bring it in on the near side. Coach Taylor directing traffic on the near side. Peyton faces up. Swings it down low to Jones. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound snapped down by Williams. Grant into the front court, finds Yarday. Yarday moves right, the teardrop is good.
That's too easy, and Nicholas Williams does a good job of screening off the defender there.
It's an 8-0 run now for the Mounties. Back within 5. Nwachukwu now at the controls. Now Peyton will set something up. Yarday guarding him off to Jones. DeMaurier Jones has been fairly quiet so far today, averaging nearly 24 a game. Peyton steps in, fires from 18 off the back iron, long rebound. Floyd will try for 3, in and out. Follow, no good. Nwachukwu on the offensive glass, and he scores.
That's great activity, and that's AVC beating Mount SAC at their own game. Mount SAC loves to get on the offensive boards. We see 2 right there, 3 on that possession for the Marauders. They extend their lead to 7.
41-34. Yarday off to Williams. Williams drives on Floyd. The shot from 10 feet is good. Nicholas Williams talked about averaging just over 1 shot a game, but he looked pretty smooth there from about 12 feet.
He did.
Floyd open in the corner. That's good.
That's just a great find from Peyton early in that possession. Touch pass, and we talked about it, right to that shooter's pocket, and Floyd does the rest.
44-36.
Starting to get a little chippy out there. Got to be careful here.
Grant looking for help off to Yarday. Bryce Knox starts a drive, fans it outside. Grant working on Peyton. Drives the lane, tries to force one
That's
up.
a jump
Terrific
ball.
defense. What's the call?
Wow. Where's the jump ball?
Well, it was
Matt,
Peyton
let's see if we
defending.
can get that on the replay here. Let's get the floor cam.
And what was the call? Is it Floyd who picked up the foul? It was Peyton on the defense. I'm not sure where they saw the foul on Floyd.
Looking at the replay here, I mean, that looked like he got it pinned up top as Grant went to the shot. I mean, that's Peyton. Peyton with a clear block. All ball.
Well, what stuns me is I don't think the foul was called on Peyton if I was able to pick it up on the floor, so I'm not sure where the foul occurred. Nonetheless, it's Grant at the line who hits the first. Grant's a 68% foul shooter. The second one in and out, and a foul on the rebound will go against Yarday. Coming over the back of Nuachukwu. 14:57 to go, 44-37. Antelope Valley, the 7-point lead in the ball. Ridley has checked in for Mount San Antonio College. Follings is fouled by Grant. Grant with the near steal.
Well, Jeff, the last time we worked a game here, last season, obviously, the floor was really slippery. I remember that.
Yeah, in the East Los Angeles game in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
DeMaurier Jones down low, goes glass. Jones establishing great position and able to get the bucket, 46-37. Jones continues to flash his versatility. He's done most of his scoring much closer to the basket this afternoon. Grant, checked by Follings. Circles around a screen. And Jones picks up the offensive foul. Grant with a little shove, and Jones goes down to the floor and really helps bring that foul call. That's a great job by Jones selling the foul.
Yeah.
And Grant is hot out on the floor. He doesn't like the call, and
He didn't want to give it the ball.
I got to tell you, I can see his point a little bit. I think it was a great job by DeMaurier Jones, challenging on defense. And then, hey, when you get that shove, make sure the ref sees it.
Yeah. Hey, you got to sell it when the stripes are looking at you.
Yep. So that's a very savvy play from DeMaurier Jones. Gets the turnover.
It is 3 fouls on Julian Payton.
So Follings Jr. at the controls now, off to Nuachukwu. Pick and spot up to Floyd, but he can't find the lane for the shot. This is Jones. Around to Kemp's screen, stops and pops from 18. That's Silky.
DeMaurier feeling it right now.
Well, not that he needs a lot of anything to get him going offensively, but it was a big defensive play, and you sense that even upped his energy a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And now he's doing it at both ends. 48-37, he nearly had the steal.
Looking for a highlight reel.
Instead, it's Council for 3, in and out, tapped up and in.
Yarday.
48-39, timeout on the floor with 13:24 to go. And indeed, it's a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching men's basketball in the 3C2A Antelope Valley. On top by 9 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Welcome you back to the Compton Tartar Classic here from El Camino College Compton Center. SoCalCollegeSports.com. 9-point lead for Antelope Valley. San Antonio College, Knox gets it out. Mark Howard Jr., a standing dribble. Working around a Council screen, picked up by Floyd. Starts a drive, Floyd tips it away, but a foul called. This is going to work against Floyd. As we slip under 13 minutes to go, 48-39. Council will bring it in. Baseline left. Yarday. Turnaround half hook won't go. Floyd has the rebound. Follings leans over the dribble. Guarded closely by Council, off to Jones. Jones in from the left, is quickly double teamed. Swings it across to Kemp. Kemp passes out of a double team. Jones open for three. Rims high, no good. Tap to Floyd, he lays it in. Kemp kept it alive. Finds Floyd for the easy deuce. Back to an 11-point lead. Council drives on Kemp into the lane. Shot blocked by Floyd, but a foul called. This is going to go against Floyd as well. Two-shot foul. And again, a little extracurriculars after the fact, and Jones trying to settle his teammates down. And indeed, as Michael pointed out presciently a few minutes ago, it is getting a little chippy. Council will head to the line. Evan Council comes in averaging 12.1 points per game on the season. 70% foul shooter, knocks down the first. Council is the second leading scorer for Mount SAC on the season. Corey Grant returns. So it's Council and Grant along with Yarday, Ridley, and Sano on the floor for Mount San Antonio College. Meanwhile, for ABC, Angelo Solis has checked in, along with Jelon Tinnen. So Payton, Jones, Tinnen, Solis, and Kemp on the floor for Antelope Valley. Payton, standing dribble. Fans it out to Solis. Near steal for Howard. Payton finds Kemp, top of the key. Backdoor cut by Payton. In among the trees. Tries to get one up on the glass. It's no good. Sano has the rebound. The Mounties want to run. Hooked out to Ridley. He'll try for three. No good. Rebound to Jones. Jones jets over the timeline, but no numbers. Payton thought about a three.
Good pass. Finds
a wide open Kemp from 17.
Well, we saw him hit earlier in the game, and he has a silky touch, and if you give him that kind of time, he's going to bear it on you.
Well, the Mounties look like they're trying to do a lot more trapping here in the second half, but that's a dangerous thing to do against an Antelope Valley team that passes very well, Michael.
Especially their bigs.
The three-pointer in and out. Jones with the rebound. He'll bring it up against Ridley. Gets a high screen from Kemp. Spins on Ridley, finds Payton for three, too strong. Solis able to keep that rebound alive, back out to Kemp. He'll try for three, in and out. Rebound snapped down by Yarday. Here come the Mounties looking to run. It's a 3-on-3. Little hesitation from Grant. Snaps it down low to Sano. The turnaround, no good. Foul called. This should go against Tinnen.
I thought Tinnen did a pretty good job of going straight up. They're going to say got him with the body, though.
Yeah, a little bump as Sano went to the spin move. That'll send Sano to the line. It's 1 out of 2 at the line today. Reddy's the first, and that's good. More changes as Council returns along with Bryce Knox. And Knox, a guy, I think, Michael, it's safe to say for the Marauders, you got to be aware where he is on the floor. He's knocked down a couple of threes. In and out on the second for Sano. Jones has the rebound. Gets it back. Jones, hard drive, fans it out. Solis will try for three. Missed everything. Jones with the follow and one. So Jones, well, we talked about a quiet first half, but not so in the second half.
He leads the break. He gets an offensive rebound. He gets fouled and one. Bryce Knox, the offending party. So now he's going to come off, and the reason why he's coming off is because you need transition defense out there. If you're Mount SAC, you need to get up and down in a hurry. They've really gotten away from trying to utilize Sano and his talents down low. They got to make this a run-and gun game, and that feeds right into what Antelope Valley wants to do.
Meanwhile, they equal their largest lead at 13. Grant pounds the dribble, tries to enter it down low to Williams. Trapped on the baseline, the pass stolen by Jones. Jones wants to run, but he's got no numbers. Off to Peyton. Outside, Tinnin from 10 feet. Rimming, no. Tapped up and in by Kemp.
Jamar gets on the offensive rebounds, puts it back up and in, and I believe this is the largest lead here, Stoy, by 15 for the Marauders.
It absolutely is. Knox open for three.
Good
Rimming,
close.
no.
Good close by Peyton.
Williams gets on the offensive glass, and he is fouled.
Yeah, no Sano down there. You have to be one and done.
So Williams gets himself back to the line with 9:29 to go, and Antelope Valley leading it by 15. Here comes Nuachukwu along with Burns, and you get the feeling for head coach John Taylor that when Antelope Valley needs a rebound, it's going to be, where is O.C. Nuachukwu? And here he comes into the game. One more coming for Nicholas Williams, 57-43. The score now. Antelope Valley with the 14-point lead. Second free throw is good for Williams. 57-44. Mounties continue to show full court pressure. Peyton able to easily break it. Julian Peyton directing traffic around a Burns screen. Still working with Burns, who has it at the top of the key. Backdoor cut from Jones, quickly double team, tried to find Solis on the cut, but instead threw it away.
Solis needs to keep going there. You have to know that the ball's coming there. You're not going to go offensive rebound. You got two defenders going to Demarie Jones. You're going to be wide open. Hands not ready, out of bounds, turnover, back to the Mounties.
Howard driving on Peyton. Peyton got a hand in and the foul called, and that'll be number 4 on Julian Peyton. And you get the feeling that Howard was aware of that. Yeah. He really went right at Peyton, trying to pick up that 4th foul if he could. And he's able to do it and get himself to the line for a couple of free throws. Yeah. Howard, a 70% foul shooter. First free throw is short. Miles Wise returning for Antelope Valley. He'll replace Peyton. Second free throw too strong, tapped around, controlled by Mount San Antonio. So another chance. Howard off to Knox. Yarday drives on Burns into the lane. The leaner won't go, but a foul called.
Well, Antelope Valley starting to accumulate the fouls here. They're already going to be in the double penalty rest of the way.
So Yarday heads to the line. Just a 45% foul shooter on the season.
How do you chip away at a big lead? You make free throws.
And Yarday misses, 3 missed free throws on this trip alone for Mount San Antonio, and trailing by 13. Every point so critical. And that one off the rim, but finds its way down, 57-45. Yarday right there was following his own shot. Didn't have a lot of confidence, but got one to go. And Wise will direct traffic for the Marauders, who lead it by 12. Wants a high screen from Burns. Kicks it out. Nuachuk will open for three.
That's great offense. And that's all set up by that screen from Kemp and recognition from Wise. Wise waits for the defender to suck in, kicks out, wide open three, and OC buried it.
Howard to Yarday, who will try to answer. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Jones. Jones goes down in the backcourt, tries to get it off to Wise, and they're going to lose out of bounds and back to Mount SAC. So with 7:56 to go.
Yeah, it's a big difference out there when you see trying to break that press when Payton's not on that floor. Working with the 4 fouls on the bench right now. 7:56 to go. You're probably going to see him about the 6-5 minute mark, depending on the script of the game.
15-point lead for ABC. Corey Grant leans over the dribble. Working left, off to Council. Council, a drive on Jones, hangs in the air, finds Knox, baseline three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kemp. Well, this may be the guy right here that is most capable of breaking the press. Jamar Kemp, off to Nuachukwu, a baseline drive, kicks it outside to Jones, who can't quite find the handle.
He's waiting for the defense to commit. That way they can reverse the ball. That's just a savvy play by Demarie Jones. Now you reset and take some shot clock off.
Shot clock down to 6. Solis, high arcing three, no good. Rebound to Jones. Jones with the follow, that won't go. The rebound's on the floor, pulled out by Council. Council gonna lead the break. It's a 3-on-3. Council to the glass, shot blocked, but a foul called.
I'd like to see Wise step in there, take a charge.
So Council will have a couple of free throws coming with 7:02 to go. Michael Ridley up off the bench for Mount San Antonio. Council hits the first. Ridley will replace Yarday. Meanwhile, Demarie Jones will step off the floor, replaced by Follings Jr. So you get the feeling, Michael, now Jamar Kemp, Nuachukwu really need to step up in this situation with Jones on the bench to keep this lead in double digits.
Right now you're in the driver's seat. You need a little bit more ball handling out there. That's why you bring on Follings Juniors, Wise, and also Kemp out there, and he can handle the rock.
Yeah, good opportunity for Coach John Taylor to get Jones a little blow. Under 7 minutes to go. Wise. Around a Solis screen. Looking for a backdoor cut. Follings with the layup.
Backdoor cut will be there all day. Mount SAC, very good in the half court, but one thing they do like to do is cheat in passing lanes, and you can burn them in the back door. We saw it that time.
Exhibit A, 62-47. Ridley on the spin move, kicks it outside. The three on the way, no good. Meanwhile, the offensive rebound back to Ridley, who lays it in with 6:24 to go. Compton Tartar Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran firm, we win wrongful death cases.
(62-49), 6:24 to go in this one, the opening game of the 2017 Compton Tartar Classic. You are watching 3C2A men's basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Matt Henson, the entire SoCalCollegeSports.com crew, looking to break the press. And doing it will be Nwachukwu. Has a shot blocked up top by Howard Jr. That's a terrific find from Kemp to break the press. Great anticipation pass. Jeff, you talked about his ability to throw men open, as it were. Does so that time, and OC had a layup opportunity. Blocked out of bounds. It stays here with ABC. Kemp working down low. He'll go to a little down low post-up move, and he's going to be fouled. So Kemp, 2 free throws coming his way. Talked about his prowess from the stripe. Up over 90% on the season. Kemp readies the first free throw. Up and good.
Kemp with 9 in the game now. To go along with 3 assists, and I got to tell you, that number's a little soft. That doesn't even tell the story of his passing today.
Well, it's not like in soccer where they credit the assist before the assist. Because if they did that, he'd have about 13 assists right now.
Careful. You feel a new stat coming on.
63-49, make it 64.
Like NBA.com hasn't really graduated into sabermetrics in the way they cover the NBA now.
Yeah, I think that is actually a stat, not an official stat, but something that sabermetrics of basketball, if you will, does keep track of. Williams in the half court, kicks it out to Knox. Knox fires from 3. That's good. That's his 3rd triple of the ball game. Timeout, Mount SAC, and they will reset the press. Another timeout on the floor, 64-52. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. So the 3rd triple of the ball game cuts it to a 12-point advantage for Antelope Valley from Knox.
We expect the Mounties to amp up the pressure defensively, and this is where the Marauders can really put things away if they can execute offensively here, because there's going to be opportunities. We just saw with Follings with a backdoor cut against the pressure that the Mounties will now have to bring on.
Be an interesting 2-minute stretch here with no Peyton on the floor trying to break this press. That pass tapped out of bounds.
No Jones as well. You're going to leave him out for a little bit longer.
Interesting here because now you can't run the baseline if you're Jamar Kemp. Jamar Jones will check into the ball game. He's going to come on for Solis, it looks like. So Solis off. Should be 29 on the shot clock. They're
well, if you
that
don't
right
have Peyton available, this is your press breaking unit right
yeah.
now for Antelope Valley with Kemp, Nwachukwu, and then Wise, Follings, and Jones.
Luckily, Kemp gets that pass. The double comes. Follings Jr. now in transition. Demarie Jones fakes out a 3, gives off to Kemp. Textbook press break from the Marauders.
And a good decision by Jones. Take a little time off. The clock is your friend right now if you're ABC.
Absolutely. Kemp looking to drive the lane. Spins back middle. Tries to go up with a shot. He's fouled by, like, Howard got him. Is he going to be on Howard or Council?
Yeah, Council coming over with the double.
Yeah, but they will get Howard coming down there.
Just the second foul on Howard.
Grant getting ready to check back into the ball game along with Bryce Knox. At this point, if you're Antelope Valley, you hit your free throws, you get yourself a win. First free throw up and good for Kemp.
And this is the guy to do it.
Yeah.
94% from the line.
Adding to that total today.
Yeah, he's 5 of 5 so far today. They go with Floyd, replacing Follings Jr.
I think defensively, I think they feel more comfortable having a little bit more size down low to limit second chance opportunities for Mount SAC.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
Nice move from Grant. It's just great defense from Antelope Valley. Nwachukwu in transition now. Here's Floyd at the rim. No foul called, but he converts on the layup.
That's a great job on diagonal passing. They find Nwachukwu right at the half-court line in the center, and he gets it out to Floyd, who gets the finish.
Council spins back middle. Some contact, no call. Rebound tapped around. Yarday wins it for the Mounties. Into the corner. This is Council for three. That's off the back iron. Rebounded by Knox. Knox races to the three-point line. Gives backs to Council. Council off to Grant. Grant going to reset here. He's going to have to hurry. Grant. Knox. Three. No. That's short. Kemp up ahead to Demarie Jones. Jones 2-on-2 with Floyd. Loses his dribble momentarily. Kicks it back out. An impressive performance today here for the Marauders against a very game Mount SAC Mountie team, coming off a big win over one of the top teams in Southern California. Floyd from three, no good. Nwachukwu misses on the follow. Yarday quickly back the other way for Mount SAC. Off to Grant. Grant will slow things up, and the Marauders will take it. Good screen from Williams. Pick and roll. Williams into the lane. That's good. Timeout on the floor. 68-54. Mounties looking to mount a late rally here. 4:04 remaining.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
It's the Marauders and the Mounties here on day one, game one of the 2017 Compton Tartar Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Spada, Jeff Stoynoff with you. And Jeffrey, very impressed with the growth of Antelope Valley. Last time we saw them, still a team looking for a sense of identity. I think they're starting to find it.
I got to tell you, Michael, all the component pieces are there for a team that can make a serious run. An awful lot of talent. They can score in multiple places. I love the unselfish play. Great hands defensively. They're able to generate turnovers. There's a lot to be excited about for this team.
Camp will inbound.
Tricky.
Yeah. They can do that off of a made shot. Kemp spins back, maintains possession. It's nice to see a big handle it like that.
Well, it's so difficult if you're trying to generate pressure and you have a big man who can basically bring the ball up the floor and handle the ball.
Payton now into the ball game, working with 4 fouls off to Kemp. Kemp step back three. That's off the mark. Rebound fought for and won by Julian Payton. An offensive rebound and a new possession. Wise into the lane, lays it up, and lays it in. Miles Wise.
Well, Wise, with a bit of a gamble there, he can take another 20 or 25 seconds off the clock if he wants to, but he finds himself in the lane, thinks, I can finish this one.
And you'll trade buckets at this point. 3:15 to go, and you're up 16.
Yeah, how can 2 points hurt you, in any situation?
Yeah, this isn't rock and jock. Demarie Jones up ahead, and he's going to have a carry called from Miles Wise.
And that is a big turnover because that's 2 off the board. Jones was all alone under the basket.
Potential 5-point switch here if Mount Sac can convert on a 3. Got to be wary of Knox. Already with 3 triples today.
Mike, I think
Jeff,
this is
what was the stat from 3? Is it 3 of
6 of
okay,
17?
6
and then Mount San Antonio College, 4 of 22 from long range, so they've had some struggles. 3 of those have come from this guy. Make it 4.
Knox with another triple gets the deficit down to 11 for the Mounties. Still some time here for Mount Sac to mount a rally.
Well, this is where the focus is so critical for Antelope Valley. Can't have a lapse and let them back into the game.
Kemp behind the back. Nwachukwu, highlight reel stuff. Well, the layup doesn't go. Nwachukwu is going to go to the line. We're going to see the replay from the floor cam, though.
Did he give the look away on the no look on the behind the back as well? Because that's style points right there.
That's true.
We'll take a look.
Let's look at the feed here. Eyes in the back of his head.
Yeah, he gave a little look away there.
He did. He did.
Nice job, Jamar.
We like it. Looks like Howard's going to come off. Is that his 5th? Yeah. So Mark Howard Jr. going to come off. Obviously, he's had a nice run here mid-season.
Bryce Knox with his 5th foul.
Knox now with his 5th, not Howard.
And that is arguably the one guy you can't afford to lose if you're Mount San Antonio College, hitting 4 of the 5 threes as they trail it by 11 with 2:36 to go.
First free throw rattles home for Nwachukwu and Osi.
Nwachukwu now with 13 in the game. Another solid all-around performance for Osi. And he's particularly made his presence felt on the defensive end.
I wonder what the steal numbers are at because he's got my count's 5, maybe more.
Yeah, 13 points, go along with 3 rebounds, a couple of assists. Don't have the steals in front of me here.
See if we can get those in our post game. Grant working inside, and this is going to be a push.
This will be on the pass. This is no shot.
Yeah.
Nice job by Grant with the find of Yarday. And Yarday working against Demarie Jones, and Jones didn't have his head turned around.
Yeah. 2:21 to go in this one, and likely a formality at this point.
Both teams into double bonus, so Grant heading to the line for free throws either way.
Grant showing good touch on the free throw. Gary Payton in the building. I don't know if you mentioned that earlier, Story.
Didn't mention. I wanted to let you mention that one. Of course, Julian Payton in the game, and then Jamar Kemp, of course. Another player with some NBA lineage.
It's true. Kemp with it right now. Breaking the press versus 3 defenders, gives off to Payton. Payton and Kemp, such a lethal combo in the 90s.
Yeah, how'd they find their way to the same college too?
Yeah, I think the dads might know each other.
They played some ball together. Well, I'll tell you something. I'm not sure where he is right now. Boy, if they could get Detlef Schrempf's son on this team, really, they'd really have something going.
Could use a shooter, that's for sure. Second free throw up and good. Grant turning a corner, gives off to Howard. Howard driving the lane, puts up a shot, hotly contested, off the mark. Nwachukwu with another rebound. Just a terrific all-around team performance here from Antelope Valley. Good heady play. They did their homework. They know that this is a team that plays good defense, but they do have some weak links, and they exploited them when they need to.
You know, I really like the way that Antelope Valley has executed today against a team that really tries to spoil what you're going to do.
Yeah.
It's not an easy team to execute against. And they've done a terrific job moving the basketball, creating open shots, creating good looks. Yeah. As we talked about at the top, San Bernardino Valley, a very good team in the 3C2A this season, managed just 52 points. Antelope Valley, you look up, they got 73 on the board here with a minute 25 to go.
And it's come from, multiple sources, not just one guy. Kemp with another rebound.
This is a 2-on-1 if they want it.
Mario Jones, no, Nuachukwu. Gonna slam it home, OC!
That's a nice exclamation point if you're Antelope Valley. Take a look at one that really doesn't need words.
Yeah, OC with takeoff there, jams it home. Oh, chance for another one. Mario Jones, no. Gonna slow things up. Says, I got this. Under a minute to go now, 75-61. Mario Jones into the lane. Nuachukwu from three. No. Kemp with a rebound.
Yeah, Kemp working against Grant down low, and that's a big advantage.
Oh, that's
great fade.
Great look off. Kemp to Peyton. Might have heard that in my lifetime before.
Now they're just having some fun out there.
Antelope Valley, after winning this one, will play the winner of the next game of the tournament, LA Pierce versus Citrus. We won't, as of right now, not scheduled to have coverage of that for you.
And if Antelope Valley does get Citrus, and that's how, at least by the numbers, it could play out.
Yeah, Citrus is the top team in the South.
Yeah, that's a big step up here for Antelope Valley, so they need to be ready roughly 24 hours from now because they're going to have a very tough assignment moving forward.
Your final, 77-61. The Marauders on top of the Mounties. Back in a moment with a little post-game coverage here on SoCal College Sports.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran firm, we win wrongful death cases.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.